Hi everyone. Before I start to talk from my heart, without any scripts, I want to read you something that I wrote today, April 23rd, 2018. Who am I? Do I exist? Why am I wrong? Why am I not like them? Why do I think this is unpleasant? Why do others seem to think that this is so easy? Why don't I think this is fun? Why do I get anxiety about this? So many questions. Yes, endless many more than these. I never got any answers. My whole life is lined with thoughts that I do not fit in, that I am not enough, being forced to wear a face that was not mine, to try to adapt to the world as it should be, to try to relate to my friends, to be like them. Mainly during my school years, my different masks were ruling me. I couldn't do anything about it. I was in a certain way around other people, but in a completely different way inside of me. It was a terrible time. The forever smiling clown, but on the inside broken, destroyed, self-destructive. I could never be myself. I was too scared of it. I barely knew how I could ever be. I hardly knew who I was. But I was not my mask. I knew that much. I needed help. A lot of help. But in fear of standing out and that my friends would leave me, I did not dare to ask for it. After living this way my entire life, suddenly the shell, the mask, started to crack. And through the cracks, everything that hurt inside of me crawled out and onto my face. Now I couldn't hide anymore that I did not feel well. My anxiety and my depression was visible. I was completely drained, had no energy left. Many years passed. They still do. A constant search. How should I ever be able to feel better? How will it be better? When will I be normal? When will I be like everybody else? When will I be able to manage those situations that seems impossible now? Who am I? 10 years ago, I asked for help. Since then, I have been treated with so many drugs that I cannot count. I've been going through regular therapy, art therapy, meditation, affection school, ADHD school, etc., 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 and I still have not found myself. But now, something has happened. Something I don't think I would have accepted before, but that is quite right in time to make me extremely happy and relieved. Now, after all my years of searching, I finally got to know who I am, what I need to feel good. And I found people that are going through exactly what I am going through. Society will never be made to fit someone like me. There will be obstacles and things that give me anxiety everywhere, but now I know I can get support for it. So the world feels a little bit less scary. And I can stop running now. Stop the pursuit of one day being normal and becoming like everybody else. I can finally start accepting who I am, the one I became. For now I know. And it's hard to accept the things that you don't know about. But I am so relieved. I am so happy. I celebrate today. I'm proud. I'm proud of everything I've done in my life. I am proud that I managed to fight in almost all days on this earth. I'm proud of my strength to never give up even when I really, really wanted to. And I'm proud that I can say that I'm proud about this. And I want to scream this out to the world. I have Aspergers, high functioning autism, and I am proud. Yeah, I will still have hard days where I have to struggle a lot. That won't change. But I have a greater chance of being a part of society in my own way. A society that understands me and my difficulties. I will get more understanding for myself, and it can be easier for others to understand me. I'm still Petra, but I'm going to stop being ashamed for those parts that are different. And I'm gonna celebrate what's special with me instead. I will celebrate that I have a big heart. I'm just looking at the hearts of other people. I never see the appearances. I celebrate that I can find so much joy in my interests that I have, both big and small. I celebrate my childishness, my weirdness, and I celebrate that my brain is mature. I celebrate that I always hold tight to those I love and care for. I celebrate that I burn so hard over the fact that all people should be treated equally that I explode if someone says otherwise. I celebrate that I dared to start acting even though it was different. I celebrate every time I get on stage or in front of the camera. I celebrate because I am me. I celebrate my life. Some days I know I still will wish that I would be in any other way. But that day, that sorrow. In the big picture, I will accept myself in a whole new way. I have Aspergers. I am autistic. I have high functioning autism. And I've always thought it's weird to say so, but I understand it now. Asperger is my superpower. Because it is. And I'll proudly wear that diagnosis. And I proudly talk about it for anyone who wants to know. Yes, today I celebrate. And it actually feels like the first day of my life. So everybody, welcome to my life. Aspergers and all. So that was a pretty long text that I wrote, but I wanted to read it for you because it was written today when I found out. Well, I found out I have done this evaluation for 4 months now, so I kind of saw it coming, but now I know for sure that that's what it is, and I can call it by name. This video will be probably pretty long, so if you haven't already, go get a snack, maybe pause this, go get a snack or something. I have no clue where I'm gonna start this video. I have no clue where I'm gonna end this video. As always, I just talk from the heart with no script, and maybe at some point I can do a video of my entire journey, but that would be so long, so I don't know if anybody would watch it, and I don't know if I would have the energy to do that. So I'm just gonna pick some things out. But yes, this is it. I have Aspergers. And I say Aspergers because Aspergers, you can always say, but I feel like it sounds like Aspergers, and I want this to be a kind of serious video. No, it doesn't have to be very serious, but kind of serious. So I'm gonna say Aspergers. I'm gonna stutter a lot. I feel like I'm doing that already, and this is very new to me. I felt like I would only feel relief when it was over, and when I knew if that was what it was. I feel other feelings too. It feels weird to know that it actually is that way, but it feels so good. It feels so good. My mother has always told me that she thought that I had this. I can't believe how hard it is for me to talk. And she was right. I gave her a hug today after we went out from the doctors, and I said, Mom, you were right. You knew this all along, and she were right. So a lot of people will probably say to me, you don't have autism. And no, I'm not autistic, like have hard time that you can see on me. It's not a physical disability, but I have mental disability. So yes, I have high functioning autism, which is Aspergers. And so I do have that. It looks differently on boys and girls. So when girls has it, we are called the invisible ones, the chameleons, because we can mirror how other people are behaving, and we take on their behavior so that we get accepted and so that we fit in. And that is what I have done my entire life. I've always searched for ways to fit in. I searched for masks to put on me, and I took on the clown mask, the silly one, the clowny one. And I went so hard with that mask, but on the inside I was really broken down. I was so depressed. I felt so bad. I felt like I never could be myself, and it has been terror living my life like that, because I've always done it. I still do it in a way. Like it's hard when your entire life is like that. You're just mirroring other people. You find, how can I be there? How can I be there? How should I be there? It's hard to know now for me, who am I really? Who am I? Because I'm not really sure. Am I just mirroring that person, or am I like that person? It's very confusing, and it's almost impossible to look at me and say, you have Asperger's. People can't see that because all my disability is in my head. It has been very hard for me. A lot of things have been very hard for me, and that's probably why I don't feel good. Because society is not built for people like me. In society, you have to be able to do all these kinds of things, and it's very square. Society is very square, and I'm very round. So you cannot put me in a tiny square box because I'm this big round ball. I would break. And that is what happens for people like me. We don't fit in, but we have to fit in, so we have to adapt. And when we adapt, we become someone else, and we feel terrible inside because we have no I have not had no self-respect. All the things I've been doing, I've just been hitting myself and said, why are you not like these people? You should be like them. And I've been chasing to become like everybody else. I've been chasing to at one point, I will think that it's fun to drink alcohol. I will think it's fun to go to parties, but I don't, and I will never do that, because for me it's a little bit scary with drunk people. It's scary. I think it's scary to be drunk because I don't find the control. I want to be in control all the time. And when people drink alcohol, they become other people. They may start to talk a little bit differently, or they may behave a little bit differently, and to me it's scary because I don't know who this person is. Because I have a really hard time with change. I have a hard time with change of places, of when people change things around. Like my parents, for instance, has stopped using their Christmas curtains. And it still bothers me to this day, and it's years since they stopped doing that. Because that's my childhood, that is what I'm used to. And that is just a small thing that I hate changes. When I was young and had to change schools from time to time, it was crazy. I had such anxiety, and I felt very bad. I just have a hard time. I see that I maybe don't make any sense, and it's hard for me. All of this is very hard for me to know what to say and everything. It was maybe a dumb idea to not have a script. But I just wanted to say that you cannot look at a person and say you don't have this disability, because I do have that. The thing that hits me the most is that I feel like today is the first day of my life, because I feel like I can finally start living. I finally have a chance to get alive. I finally have a chance to accept myself, and that society will accept me, and every person will understand me better, and I will understand myself better. I feel like my life up until now has just been paused. Like I haven't, it's just has been a long wait to start. And now I feel like I have a chance to start. And that is like, I don't even, I can't explain it. And now I'm gonna tell you my secret, because a lot of you has wondered how old I am. And I have never told the internet how old I am. I can't barely put it in my mouth to say to myself how old I am. And I'm gonna let you know my real age. And it's really hard for me. And the reason why I have hated birthdays such a long time, and why I have not said how old I am, and I can't accept that I am that old, but I have to, is because I have not been living. I have not been living my life. I have only been waiting for my life to start. And there are so many years in my life that are just black. They're pitch black. I don't even remember them. Minimum 7 years that I can't remember, because I was so inside of myself. I was this person on the outside, but on the inside it was just black. I was just like, I don't know how to ever get through this. I don't know how I ever could be myself. I don't know how I will ever fit in and be like the other people. So I did not live those years. And I've been coming up to the surface more the past years. But I haven't started living. And now I feel like it's time. Now I have a level playing field. I can do this. This is my chance to live. And I'm gonna live. So you might say this is my birthday. April 23rd, when it's really June 12th. I will have 2 birthdays. I will celebrate this day every year. Because this will be I'm reborn. So the reason I'm not telling my age usually is because I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that I'm that old. Because I'm not nowhere near where everybody else in my age is. Nowhere near. Because I haven't had the chance to come there. I haven't had the chance to have a work or start a family or anything. I haven't lived a lot of those years. And I am a bit childish. I am behaving a little bit younger than I am. Because I am. My brain is mature, but in a way, I'm much younger than my real age. So here it comes, and I can't believe it. You guys, I am 30 years old. Yeah, I'm just that old. And today is the start of my life. I can't believe you know how old I am, and I can't believe how hard I think it is to say, but it's just because I don't feel that old. I haven't lived that long. So I'm 30 years old, but I don't feel like that. I could just as well hang out with a 14-year-old or a 60 years old. Always been that way. I feel more comfortable around younger people or very much older people. And always on a friend basis. So now you know my big secret. 30-year-old me. One thing that has been hard in my life is to get new friends. I don't get new friends. I just don't. Because I have a hard time connecting with people. The times that I can feel that I find new friends, it is when I act in a play or something and I meet the ensemble and I get really close to the ensemble. I always feel like I can connect better with people that has minds like mine, like wants to do artsy stuff or wants to do theater or music or art or write poems or anything, because they work a little bit more like me. I feel like I can connect with those kinds of people. Normal people who don't have those things in their life can have a harder time figuring me out. A lot of people have a hard time figuring me out because now we also know why. But when they think like me in those kinds of areas, we always have something to talk about. We are deep. I'm very deep in my thoughts. And a lot of people want to small talk a lot. I'm not a big small talker. I really like to I enjoy to talk about real things and just goof around too. However, when I'm in ensembles, when I am in ensembles, I get very close to the cast, which you do in theater. You have to make a good play. And I feel very, very connected to them. I'm very close to them, and like I would love to hang out with you every day, and I would love to do this theater every day. And the thing is, when the play stops and we make our final show, a lot of things gets hard for me. I get very sad. I have to grieve a lot after every show, because I, for one, hate changes. I hate when it ends. And there's so many things I miss. I miss the people, of course. I miss the characters they were playing. I miss my character. I miss going to the theater every day. I miss the story in the play. It's just everything after everything after the end of the last show is terrible for me in weeks after. And also when I hang out with the ensemble, I see them as my friends. I see them as a piece of my heart. And when it ends and everybody goes home to them, I go home to me, and I have a hole in my heart because I won't see them anymore. Sometimes I get friends in the ensemble, and then I'm afraid that they think that I'm too much, so I don't keep in touch with them because they don't keep in touch with me. So I feel like, okay, if they don't write me, then they probably don't want to be my friends, even though I could probably reach out and say, do you want to hang out? But something stops me from doing that because I don't want to be too much. But what I was going to say is I have a hard time finding friends that are not acting or doing stuff that I am doing. And I also want to talk about my New York trip, because that was a really cool thing, and it was a huge part of this journey of getting this diagnosis and start to accept myself. First of all, I'm still so proud of myself for going all by myself to New York. I cannot believe I did it. I'm so happy. I would do it 1,000 times over again. It was such a cool experience, and I'm so thankful still that I got to do it. But I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for Grace and her family, because they made it so easy for me. It was still hard for me because of my ghosts in my brain and everything, and my anxiety and stuff, but they made it so easy for me. They let me know how I was going to go from the airport to the hotel, from the hotel to the venue and everything, so I knew that I would be getting those places. I will be getting to those places when I needed to be there. Everything like that was sorted out, and that made me be able to, okay, I can, it's hard now, but when I'm on the plane, I can just sit there and relax. When I get to the airport, I will get to the hotel, and everything. So they made it so easy for me, and that without even knowing how important those things are for me. So I have no words for how thankful I am about that. And then when I came there, I was still nervous, you know, because of my lack of possibility to get new friends or to connect with people. I don't know. So I met Quinn and Jay from Vanderwaal News, and they were so open, and I felt like I instantly connected with them. And one thing that was very good for me was that they knew me from Petra Reacts, so they already knew who I was, and that helped me a lot too, because I felt like, okay, they know who I am. I don't need to rebuild myself or do anything else. I just have to be myself. So I met them, and they were open, and they were nice, and they were so kind. We had a lot of things that we thought a lot of things that we thought the same of, and I felt like we connected very, very fast. And I felt like these are my friends already. It's like exactly when I meet people in a theater group. It was that feeling like, okay, I can be with you, I can latch on to you here, and I can be with you this entire day and night. And that helped me more than words can say. More than words can say. I just wish I could thank them enough. I felt a little like, oh, they hope they don't think I'm clingy, because I wanted to be with them all the time, and I was. But I felt like they enjoyed my company. I certainly enjoyed their company, and that was really cool. And then I was going to meet Grace, and I was super nervous. I was super nervous that she would think that I was weird, or that I would make a fool out of myself. I was super nervous for that. But when I came in and she met me in the doorway, and she gave me the hugest hug and said, "Petra," I was like, Grace. Because if there's one thing I know, is that I only see heart. And she has a huge heart. Her entire family has a huge heart. And I felt when we hugged, this is the connection I felt through the screen, because I have a connection with her. I still don't know if she feels the connection with me, but I have a connection with her. Her heart has a connection to my heart. And when I hugged her, it was so cool to me, because it felt like I hugged a long lost friend. And I've said it before, but it did. And I felt accepting from her. I felt accepted by her. I felt accepting in the room around them. And it's the same feeling when I meet the ensemble of a play. I feel like we think we have likewise minds. I know that from before, from her lyrics and from her everything. But when I met her, I felt like, gosh darn it, we would have fun together. I just felt her energy, and it just felt like she had my kind of energy, and I just loved it. I just loved it. It was, and that's also the same thing. I have such a hard time to feel accepted for who I am, and there I was like, let go of everything. I am me, and I'm okay. And it was the same thing when I was watching the concert, and I realized, oh God, I'm here because I am a me. I'm here because of me. And it was so cool, because it was in the middle of this evaluation and everything. And that was the first time I thought, I'm here because I'm me, and I'm okay. If I wouldn't have shown people who I was, would probably not be there. Of course, it was that feeling of grief again when I went from them, because I felt like maybe I will never see her again, and maybe I never meet them again, which is, it's hard for me, because I have such a hard time connecting with people, and when I feel that connection and when I feel like I really enjoy myself being with these people, it's hard for me to know that I may not ever do that again. But I am so glad I got to do that experience, because it helped me very much in my acceptance of myself. And I will never ever in my life forget about it. And I went home very proud of myself for being there. And a few weeks later, Grace releases the song Clearly. And for people who watches this that does not listen to Grace Vanderwaal, start doing that first of all. But she has made a remake, totally different lyrics and everything on Johnny Nash's I Can See Clearly Now the Rain Is Gone. But she sings, I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I accept all the things I cannot change. And that song also came in this evaluating process. And it grew to be my anthem. Because that is where I am right now. I can finally start accepting myself, because I can't change it. I can't change that I was born this way. I can't change that my mind works this way, and I can't change that my heart feels this way. But I can accept myself, and that is what I'm going to do. I just feel like that is also something that is weird with Grace. Her music is always suiting my different phases of life. I have special interests, like people do. And people with Aspergers have. I don't have these strong, but I have small and bigger interests. And music is one. I love music. I love music. I love deep lyrics and everything. That is why I love Sia and Grace so much, because I like the way they think, the way they write, the way they portray real emotion and real people. Not only love songs, it's really real people. And I always get very touched by them, because I feel like it suits my life so well. I am a hardcore fan of both of them. I'm a hardcore fan because I love what they are doing, but I feel like I connect with their songs. I feel like I connect with them. I feel like I could have so much fun with them. I feel like they are a little bit like-minded like me. So it's not like I raise them like you're gods to me. It's like I raise them up like, you are such amazing people. You are like the people I want to surround myself with. So I love them, and I love their music and everything, but I love them as hearts, as people, as human beings. I don't even know how to explain that, but that is how I always feel, that I see other people's hearts, and I see if that's something I would like to surround myself with, or if there's something I don't like. I don't know if that made any sense at all. Right now I just feel like I've been talking and nothing of it has made any sense. And I don't even know what I've said. And I can't look it all back because I said so many things, and I probably haven't said half of the things I should say. But I guess I just wanted to share this with you guys, that that is how it is with me. I have Aspergers. I'm very relieved that it's finally done. It's not done, it's far from done, but now I know I have it, and now we're gonna start rehabilitation and all the other things that comes with it. So it's not done in an hour, and I know I will have days when I hate this, but right now I love it. Right now I feel like $1,000,000. This is me. I am weird, you are my weirdos, and I love it, and I will never stop being weird. And I'm 30 years old, but I feel like I'm 15 sometimes and 50 sometimes, and I don't care. I'm not gonna care anymore. I'm gonna start loving my birthday. I'm gonna love next birthday because I am alive. I am me, and I'm gonna freaking try to enjoy it. And I'm gonna celebrate April 23rd every freaking year from this, because that is the day that I startledly finally really truly started to accept myself. This is me. I'm hell of a good on a lot of things. I'm hell of bad on other things. And I'm sorry that I cursed. That was bad of me. Sorry. Not good, Petra. Not good, Petra. But I did. I'm different. And I'm happy about that. I'm a different person than a lot of other people are. Then there are a lot of people that are like me. But I have a good heart. And I'm proud of that. I have Aspergers. And I'm proud of that. I hope you're proud of yourself, everyone. I hope you are not waiting 30 years to start living your life. It's not worth it. I feel like I didn't have much of a choice. It just turned out to be that way. And I don't think I could have accepted this diagnosis. Or if you say like this, if I started to do this evaluation 10 years ago, I hadn't learned to talk about myself or my feelings, I wouldn't be able to do the evaluation correctly. So I believe that everything happens for a reason. And that I had to wait until I got 30 to know that I had Asperger's. There was a reason for that. I also believe that God has a plan with everyone. And this is part of his plan for me. I love you all so very much. Take care of yourself. Never ever give up, no matter what you're going through. I believe in you. Please believe in yourself. Let's do this life together.